Hi, welcome back to another video. Today I am doing some freezer meal prep. I'm gonna see if I can get this all done while my son is napping. We will see how much we get done today. The plan is to make some meatballs. I want to make some chicken bakes to stick in the freezer for my husband's lunches. I got to fry up the chicken for the chicken bakes, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just pan fry them. And then I did make some date bars that I was planning on showing you in this video, but I made them while my son was watching a little show. And so I'm gonna put that in right after this on how I made them, and I'll do a voiceover for that. So those turned out really good, and I'm really excited to try them once they come out of the refrigerator. What else? Right now, that's all I got, but if we have time for more, then I will add it into this video. I haven't done a freezer meal video in a while, or any type of freezer meal prepping, but I need to, because I need to make my life a little bit easier with a child. I just need to be able to pull stuff out of the freezer and heat it up. So the meatballs I was wanting on hand, I think I was debating on whether I wanted to freeze them raw or cook them first, and I think I'm gonna cook them first. That way I can just pull them out, we can quickly do dinner, and we have just easy meatballs on hand. So let's do the pan, get the chicken in the pan frying, and then we're gonna work on the meatballs first. So before we work on those meatballs, I'm going to do a voiceover on how I made these date nut bars. I had 3 different kinds of nuts in my freezer, and I decided to kind of mix it up. You can do whatever nuts you would like. I believe they're called Barukas. I'm not sure where I got that little packet, but I decided to use them. And then I had pecans and cashews, and I just blended those up first. And then after those were all blended, I melted some coconut oil, and I will put all the measurements down in the description below. But after the coconut oil, I put in my dates and blended those in till it was kind of a nice gummy consistency. And then you just put them in a pan and you refrigerated them for a few hours, and they are just really good refrigeration bars that you can have as a snack. And I just store mine in the freezer so they last a little bit longer. And then I did do a second batch after this, and I did it all the same, except I added cocoa powder to it to make it a little bit more chocolatey. So that's another way you could make it. Okay, so I got my pan fried chicken for the chicken bakes. I'm gonna let these cool off for a little bit, and we're gonna start the meatballs. Okay, so for the meatballs, I'm kind of going for that. I don't know if you've had those like sausage, biscuit, meatball type things. I'm kind of going for that, but I'm using beef, and I don't have biscuit. I don't buy that stuff. So I'm kind of making it up. I'll put down below the measurements of everything I use, some things I will be adding to it. I have this sweet onion balsamic jam. I am trying to rotate older things out of my pantry, and this has been in there a while, and I want to get it used up. So we're gonna use some of that. I have 6 pounds of ground beef. And then I have just the last little bag of zucchini from last year's garden in the freezer. I thawed that out, and we're gonna be using that too. So I'll put the measurements down below, roughly about what I'm doing, and I will, I'll tell you what I'm putting in. So we're gonna start with 3 pounds of ground beef. I'm gonna do 1 cup of flour. I probably about a teaspoon of salt. Now if you were just doing the biscuit, I probably wouldn't do that much. We're gonna do a teaspoon of baking powder. Mix that up. Okay, I got about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. Just gonna melt that really fast. Okay, so it's about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter, probably more like 2. And we're gonna just mix that together really fast, kind of get it all crumbly. Okay, this is about 1 cup of shredded zucchini. We're gonna mix that in best we can. I should have done this in the KitchenAid. Okay, I'm gonna use half of this jar for the 3 pounds and I'll use the other half on the other 3 pounds. We're gonna do 3 eggs. Okay, so you could always add more seasoning if you want to. I kind of want to try them with just the balsamic jam. So I'm gonna bake this one. On the next one, I think I'm gonna make them like cheesy meatballs maybe. So we'll kind of do 2 different kinds of meatballs today. So let's get this on a pan, and I'm going to preheat the oven to 375. So we're just gonna bake these. I'll show you them when they're coming out of the oven. So next I'm going to make the dough for the chicken bakes. And I just have a little bit more meat from the first batch left of the meatballs, so I'm gonna get that in a pan and then we'll start on the dough. I do have a pizza recipe that I've shared in previous videos. I'll put it down. I'll link a video to where I make it, and then also I'll put what I do down in the description. Okay, so I changed my mind. I'm going to make just one recipe of the pizza dough, and I'm gonna see how many that makes, and it goes really easy, so I'll make a second one. I just don't wanna get into more than what I can handle right now because I think my son is gonna wake up in the next half an hour. So you never know when that can be. Okay, so I didn't let this rise as much as it should just because I'm in a hurry. I am like minutes away from my son waking up, so I think I'm gonna try to get 3 out of this. Okay, let's try that. And I keep saying I'm making chicken bakes. So my inspiration is the things that you can buy at Costco, but I'm gonna do more like pizza style because I'm gonna do like a red sauce. Okay, so I have my home canned pizza sauce I'm gonna be using. Okay, and then I have some leftover pepperoni in the fridge I'm gonna try to use up. And these are kind of gonna be like chicken pepperoni pizza bakes. Okay, and then nice generous amount of cheese of your choice. This is mozzarella. And then we're gonna try to roll this. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't remember how I did this. It was a long time ago I made this. Maybe I filled it up too much. Okay, and then kind of tuck in the ends. Oh my gosh, it's already making a mess. Okay. Okay, meatballs are out of the oven and they look beautiful. Okay, so and just like that, I am out of time. I cannot believe how fast 2 hours goes by. I thought I would get so much more done. I always feel like I'm gonna get so much more done and then I don't. So I'm not doing the other half of the meatballs today, and I was hoping to get 3 more chicken bakes and I'm not getting that either. So I do have more chicken. If I have time tomorrow, then I'll probably make up the rest. But I'll just put everything back in the fridge. I'm gonna let everything I'm gonna let cool before I put it in the freezer. So I'm going to say my goodbyes here, but I will show you how everything's kind of packaged up in the end. The meatballs, I'm just gonna put in a big Ziploc. The chicken bakes, I'm gonna cut in half and wrap up individually. So I just wanna encourage you guys. I know a lot of videos out there are big freezer meal prep days, and as much as a lot of us want to be able to just like prep all our food in one day, it really is a lot of work and it takes hours and hours and hours. And so if you guys are feeling overwhelmed, I'm with you. I have to take things in small chunks nowadays because having kids is no joke. So or just how busy people are in your lives. So I know it's a lot of work, but just set aside small snippets. The fact I was even able to get meatballs done and a chicken bake is pretty good for me. So I do like to do big freezer meal prep days, but that's just not how my life looks anymore. So I take it small bits at a time. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll show you guys the chicken pizza bakes as they are coming out of the oven. And then I will show you guys how I wrap them up for the freezer. But I'm gonna go grab my son because he is awake now. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.